It's very emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today I want to talk to you about a nation nestled in Africa. There's a conflict which has been going on for close to 30 years. They've lost over 6 million people. This is the Democratic Republic of Congo. They've had this ongoing conflict war, whatever you want to call it, for over 30 years. They've lost a significant amount of life due to violence and other factors such as disease and hunger. But no one pays attention. There's a real lack of media coverage, and the reason is that there's no geopolitical interest for the Western media. It's not one of those ally nations. The crisis, which has been going on for so long, is one of the most deadliest since World War II, but it never makes any headlines. It's been plagued by war, ethnic violence, and exploitation since the 1990s. There's so many armed groups which are fighting, foreign interventions which are going on for exploitation of resources. It's so hard to put it onto the news. Aside from the fact that they're African, why would anybody care? Congo is rich in minerals and it has things like Coltan, which is used in smartphones and electronics. They have gold and cobalt. A lot of companies have exploited their instability and they extract the resources for really cheap. There's another reason why you're not going to see it on the Western media. Obviously, there's the racial and regional bias, which I've already mentioned. They just call it tribal warfare. It's just African people fighting each other. Strategically speaking, it's great because they can continue to exploit the resources and nobody pays attention. And, they could even use child labor there and nobody's going to pay attention. There's a lack of political will. Unlike their Ukraine, it's not considered one of the more modern nations, so the Western countries don't really care. There's no incentive for any government to intervene because if they can exploit the resources for cheap, why get involved? And they also know people already are suffering from compassion fatigue. Throwing in a country which is African, people aren't going to really pay attention. So why care about that? We've seen the news reports before where they were talking about how the poor people of Ukraine are blonde of hair and blue of eyes.
It's very emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed.
They're unlike any other people who are suffering.
But this isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too.
So who cares about the people of Congo? We should. We should really be concerned about what's going on. Even as Muslims, it's not a predominantly Muslim country. It's not a predominantly Muslim land. But they're still human beings who we should care about. And we should care about all of humanity. Be concerned about all of humanity and what's going on. So this video is a reminder that the people of Congo are humans like you and me. They also deserve humanity, love, care, and attention like any other conflict. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all tawfiq and may He guide us all. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.